Today I'm going to show you how to make delicious deviled eggs. We'll start with a foolproof method on how to cook the perfect hard-boiled egg, and then we'll show you a trick that makes peeling them super simple. We're going to be cooking 12 eggs today. Now, the traditional way of hard boiling eggs would be to submerge the eggs in some boiling water. The problem is with this one, we don't know how long it's going to take for that water to come back up to a boil. Let me show you another way how to do this. We're going to steam the eggs today. I have a collapsible steamer at home. Now I'm just adding the eggs to the steamer. I'm going to bring up a couple of inches of water to a boil. Once that comes up to a boil, now we're going to add the eggs. Now if you look, the eggs never touch the water, so it doesn't have to recover. That gives us even cooking. Let these steam for 13 minutes. If you don't have a steamer, here's a solution. Take some foil and crumple it up, place them in a pot, and then we're going to add some eggs to the pot. Just add some water to the pot and let them steam in the pot for 13 minutes. It's important to stop the cooking process. This is called shocking. Add the ice to a bowl, so as soon as they come out and they're ready, just add the eggs to the ice water. This not only stops the cooking process, this will stiffen up that membrane on the inside of the shell, and it will help us when it comes to peeling. The traditional method of peeling an egg would be just to crack it around on the board and then try to peel it with your thumb and your finger. Now, as you can see here, I'm struggling to do it, and oh gosh, look, the egg's falling apart. Let me show you another way to do this. Just take a small plastic container, add a few eggs. You want enough room for them to bash into each other. About an inch of water, place the lid on. Now shake this about 40 to 50 times. We're looking to bash them into each other. Now when I remove the lid, just take a look at those eggs. You can see how the water's gotten in there and they've cracked. Now watch this for when it comes to peeling. I'm just going to take one section of it and I'm going to peel it around, and that's how easy it is to peel a hard-boiled egg. Once you've got all your eggs ready, we're going to slice them in half and remove the yolks. You can tell they're perfectly cooked. Look, there's no green on the inside, which is usually a sign of an overcooked egg. So just adding the egg yolks to one bowl and placing the whites to a side. And now we want to make this creamy filling for the eggs, and the best way to do that is start off with a colander. Place the egg yolks in the colander. And what we want to do is take our spatula or a wooden spoon and just press on them. As you press on them, it's going to make this puree of egg yolks just pressing. You can see them in the bowl, nice and fluffy. So what we want to do now is make a filling, a creamy filling. Let me just show you how we make this creamy filling. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, but you could use whole grain mustard or your favorite mustard, what you love. A teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, but if you like balsamic vinegar, if you like white wine vinegar or champagne vinegar, add that. Then we want to season this with some salt and some pepper. We're going to mix about 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Just add a small amount at first, give it a mixing around. We're looking for a nice creamy consistency, almost like a ricotta cheese consistency. You can see I'm happy with that now. Now if you don't have a piping bag, you can always use a sealable bag and cut the corner off, but I'm going to be using a disposable piping bag with a star tip on the end today. And the best way to fill a piping bag is to place it inside of a large glass and then just place the mixture in, just pushing it down. And this is the easiest way to keep everything nice and clean. And then we just lift it up. And I'm just going to push the filling down towards the star tip, making sure all the air is out of this. Whether you're making deviled eggs or frosting a cake, it's always good to use an elastic band at the end. This stops the mixture from coming out the top as you pipe it out. And when it comes to piping, we just want to go into just a pretty shape, just going round and around, and top it off with a little bit of paprika for some colour. You can use curry powder or smoked paprika. Once you've learned how to make the classic deviled egg, this is where you'll get creative in your kitchen. Maybe top it off with a couple of pieces of crisp smoked bacon, or maybe just a couple of slices of shrimp and some curry powder. Or if you wanted to, you could add some sliced Kalamata olive and some pickles. You don't really need a recipe for the toppings. It's all about you getting creative and what you have in your refrigerator and your cupboards.